If you're a collector, listen up. A North Texas man has made his private collection of over 200, you guys, classic cars and over 3,000 vintage toys into a museum, and it's free to the public. And we got to check it out. Paige is actually live in Fort Worth at the DFW Car and Toy Museum to show us so much more. You look so cute. Hello, Paige.
I tell you what, Erin, and I tell you what, good morning to you and good morning, Texas. I don't care who you are. You are going to love this place, the DFW Car and Toy Museum. It just, I don't even know how to describe it. There's so many different types of vintage cars, some that might be familiar to you, some that you never dreamed you'd be able to see, as well as toys. This is a fantastic destination. In fact, it was recently ranked as the #1 destination in North Texas, and it's only been open for about 6 months. The man behind it is my friend here. This is Mr. Ron Sturgeon to tell us more. Good morning to you.
Thank you for having us here. We're so excited to show off the museum.
This is incredible. Looking around, we're just going to be able to give you about this much of a view of what all is here. Tell me a little bit about the museum.
Well, it's a lot bigger than it looks from the outside. And people come, and of course the ladies come with the men, and then they decide they like it more than the men. But there's about 200 cars and about 3,000 toys and all kinds of vintage things, and everybody just loves it.
I want to also mention,
and we're pet friendly.
You're pet friendly. You can bring the pets. It's also free to the public.
And
in
it's free.
addition, you know how some museums are. They don't like it for you to sit down. You've got lots of places where you can rest because you're going to need to. There's absolutely so much to see. And I want to talk about, it's ironic that we're standing here right now besides a VW bus. And that's ironic because this is where your story began, with the VW. We have an entire room devoted to the VWs. We have some video that I want our viewers to see. Tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Well, my dad died when I was a senior in high school and left me a Volkswagen and no money and no place to live, so I was stone broke, and I opened a Volkswagen repair shop. And later I got into the junkyard business, and in 1999 I sold my junkyards to Ford Motor Company. And I took that money and invested in real estate. Today I'm a landlord with about 1,000 tenants paying rent, and that allows me to enjoy all these cars and offer this museum to the public free.
You also have micro cars that our viewers are seeing too on this video. So these are just mini cars. People love things that are that kind of compact, and to see kind of the mechanics that go into it. This is an opportunity to get really up close and personal with a lot of these cars, and it's showroom after showroom after showroom. Now we're standing in a massive showroom here with some beautiful vehicles that many people would covet. Talk to me about where we are right now and some of these beautiful Mercedes.
Well, this is the gallery for, we have European cars, we have race cars. This Mercedes is one of the first convertibles that I owned. And we have celebrity cars. We have Jerry Seinfeld's Volkswagen, and there's just something for everybody here.
Jerry Seinfeld's Volkswagen. You have a car owned by Johnny Carson as well. You've got a Pope mobile. You name it, it is here. Why? I mean, where did all of this love for these cars, where do you get them?
I don't know. Of course, when I was in the junkyard business, I was just a car guy. And we try to buy things that are interesting to me, but that would be interesting to the public. You started with Scooby-Doo, and we had a Scooby-Doo event here a while back, and lines all day long for everybody with their kids to see Scooby-Doo and their dogs.
Yes, and speaking of Scooby-Doo, I was such a Scooby-Doo fan as a kid. I had all the accoutrements. I had the Scooby-Doo lunchbox, I had the Scooby-Doo stuffed animals, and let's talk about the toys. We've got video of some of those toys. You have a wide collection. You certainly have toy cars that are in this collection, but then it even covers a broader basis, including some of these tin toys that people covet.
Well, and they're antique toys. People think it's going to be Barbie dolls and Star Trek, but it's not. It's toys that people played with when they were children. Robots, toy cars, toy ships, a lot of antique toys, about 3,000 of them, and people are just fascinated with the toys.
The toys, I think, really do bring back so many memories, and that has been a favorite among collectors, is to collect these vintage toys. So to be able to come here and see how you have lovingly restored not only the cars, but also have put these toys in pristine condition, that is exciting. But let's now get back to the cars, because, man, talk about supercars. Folks, I'm not even kidding. This is the first Ferrari SUV. In case you're in the market, my friends, check that out.
I love the suicide doors.
What?
Suicide doors. They don't open like most doors.
They certainly don't open like most doors, and so many of these cars are they're restored to. They're just incredible. How much time does it take to put one of these, maybe particularly something like this, like an antique
That's a Bugatti.
car? The
And
Bugatti
we
here.
buy most of our cars already restored. And you know, I tell people it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. But I drive the Supercars, and every 3 or 4 days I'll swap and get a different one. And it is a lot of fun.
Did y'all hear that? Every 3 or 4 days, he just shops in his own showroom and he drives another supercar around. So if you're zooming around North Texas and you see somebody in a Ferrari SUV, it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be Ron Sturgeon. I want to also talk about that this is a great place to do special events too. This place, as I mentioned, has only been open for about 6 months. People are really starting to take notice, and this is a place where you can really come and make some memories.
Yeah, and we always say we think we're the newest and most entertaining and interesting place to hold an event. Why would you want to be in a ballroom clacking glasses and listening to a DJ?
Especially when you can do that standing in front of a Maserati or
Yes.
whatever you want.
Yep.
This has been such a kick in the pants. You need to come and check it out. You can find out more. Their website is on the screen. I'll also be posting on my Instagram, which is at Paige McCoy Smith. You can find out a little bit more about this magnificent location. Thank you so much. You're a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming.
Isn't he awesome?